In a world driven by the mantra of more is better, we find ourselves caught in a relentless cycle of consumption. A cycle that promises fulfillment, but often leaves us feeling empty and dissatisfied. We are bombarded with messages that equate happiness with possessions, success with wealth, and fulfillment with excess. We are taught to believe that the key to a fulfilling life lies in acquiring more stuff, more status, more experiences. But as we chase after more, we find ourselves trapped in a never-ending pursuit that only leads to exhaustion and discontent. We become slaves to our desires, constantly seeking validation and approval from external sources. In our quest for more, we lose sight of what truly matters. We sacrifice our time, our energy, and our relationships in pursuit of material wealth and superficial pleasures. We clutter our lives with possessions, filling our homes with stuff we don't need, and burdening ourselves with debt. We become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things we own, and yet we still crave more, convinced that the next purchase will finally bring us happiness. But the truth is that more is not always better. In fact, more often leads to less time for ourselves, less space for meaningful connections, less freedom to live life on our own terms. As we accumulate more, we become weighed down by the burden of our possessions. We spend our days managing our stuff, organizing, cleaning and maintaining it, leaving little time for the things that truly bring us joy and fulfillment. In our pursuit of more, we also contribute to the depletion of our planet's resources and the degradation of our environment. We consume and discard at an unsustainable rate, fueling a cycle of waste and destruction that threatens the health of our planet and future generations. And yet, despite all this, we continue to chase after more, convinced that it holds the key to our happiness and success. But what if we were to shift our perspective? What if we were to embrace the idea that less is more, that by simplifying our lives and focusing on what truly matters, we can find greater happiness and fulfillment? Imagine a life where we are free from the burden of excess, where we have the time and space to pursue our passions and cultivate deep, meaningful relationships. Imagine a world where we live in harmony with nature, respecting its limits and cherishing its beauty. This is the promise of less, the promise of a life lived with intention and purpose, where we are free to be ourselves and pursue our dreams without being weighed down by the expectations of others. So let us embrace the idea that less is more. Let us challenge the notion that happiness can be found in possessions and status, and instead focus on cultivating inner peace and contentment. Let us simplify our lives, declutter our minds, and create space for the things that truly matter. Let us choose quality over quantity and prioritize experiences over possessions. In doing so, we can discover a newfound sense of freedom and fulfillment, a sense of abundance that cannot be found in the pursuit of more. Let us break free from the cycle of consumerism and embrace a life of simplicity and meaning. Let us redefine our values and priorities and strive to live in alignment with our deepest truths. Together, let us create a world where less truly is more, a world where we can all live with greater joy, purpose, and fulfillment. As we delve deeper into the concept of consumerism, we recognize its pervasive influence on every aspect of our lives. From the advertisements that bombard us on a daily basis to the cultural norms that dictate our behaviors, consumerism exerts a powerful grip on our society. We are conditioned from a young age to equate happiness and success with material possessions. We are taught that our worth is determined by what we own and how much we earn, leading us to measure our self-esteem and social status by the size of our bank accounts and the brand names on our clothes. Consumerism thrives on our insecurities and desires, convincing us that we need the latest gadgets, fashion trends, and luxury goods in order to feel fulfilled and accepted. It creates a culture of comparison and competition, where we are constantly striving to keep up with the Joneses and outdo our peers. But the reality is that consumerism is a false promise. a hollow illusion that leaves us perpetually dissatisfied and longing for more. No matter how much we acquire, it is never enough to fill the void within us, leading to a cycle of endless craving and discontent. Moreover, the pursuit of more comes at a great cost, not only to ourselves, but also to the planet and future generations. Our relentless consumption depletes natural resources, pollutes the environment, and exacerbates social inequalities, perpetuating a cycle of exploitation and injustice. In our quest for more, we sacrifice the things that truly matter: our health, our relationships, our connection to nature, and our sense of purpose and meaning. We become so consumed by the pursuit of material wealth and external validation that we lose touch with our innermost selves, neglecting our spiritual and emotional well-being in the process. But there is another way, a way to break free from the shackles of consumerism and reclaim our lives from the grip of greed and excess. It begins with a shift in mindset, a conscious choice to prioritize quality over quantity, experiences over possessions, and inner fulfillment over external validation. We must learn to distinguish between our genuine needs and artificial wants, questioning the messages of consumer culture and redefining our values and priorities accordingly. We must cultivate gratitude for what we already have, recognizing the abundance that surrounds us in the form of love, friendship, nature, and the simple pleasures of everyday life. By embracing a lifestyle of conscious consumption and mindful living, we can liberate ourselves from the tyranny of consumerism and discover a deeper, more meaningful way of being. We can create a world where less truly is more, a world of greater balance, harmony, and sustainability for ourselves, our communities, and the planet as a whole.